Hi everyone, welcome to our update on our YouTube channel. It's been a few weeks, you may notice, but we've been extremely busy keeping up with these high growth conditions at the moment. So the conditions have obviously presented us with the high growth, which has meant our frequency of cuts has gone from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 and further than this. Also means we've had to run out our tractor blower behind a lot of operations such as fairway cutting, semi-cutting, to just keep everything nice and clean for you. Also what it's meant is it's given us an issue with the long hay which we've grown up this year, and a lot of those long hay areas are very thick and dense, and there's a lot of clover in there at the moment which we're going to look at addressing shortly. So with the CDG and with your feedback on the long hay, we've been able to tweak this and we've made some adjustments this week. So obviously just over there Ollie will show you between 12 and 15. This is a landing area from the 15th tee shot, and it was quite penalising with the trees as well, so we've kind of cut that section back. We've also done this on several holes on the course where the landing areas are quite penalising with the trees, so we've just cut the long hay to make it a bit better. Obviously we want to make the long rough, the long hay areas fair. We want to make it obviously aesthetically pleasing, and with your continued feedback and working alongside the CDG, we think we can get there. Obviously we knew this wasn't going to be a quick process, growing it up and everything be perfect. It was going to take a while, but I think we're slowly getting there. And around the bunkers, obviously we've cut it back and reduced the amount of long rough as well, so we've just got that little brow, that little bit of fringe to just give it the definition and to just give that nice aesthetics off of the tee basically. So that's that. Other conditions, or should I say other issues that have come from the conditions at the moment are disease. So we've got a little bit of disease on the greens which we've managed to deal with today with a foliar spray, so we've bulked that up to just give the grass a bit of defence against the disease. Other than that, we hope you're enjoying your golf, and as always please give us your feedback. We're really interested to know how you're finding the course, and enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you.
Hi guys, hope you've all been well. I must apologise, it's been an awfully long time since we've released a video. But following on from what Sean's been talking about, I just wanted to show you what we've been using to cut down that extremely thick rough in certain areas. The machine is called a Grilo. It has a flail head which cuts the grass down and then sucks it up through the pipe into the back hopper. Pretty impressive bit of kit, and we'll likely be using this to cut down the long stuff at the end of the season. I've spoken to a lot of you guys out on the course, and I know the rough height and thickness has been an issue. We are working closely with the CDG in order to create a good balance between playability and challenging. The conditions this year has meant that the rough has shot up really thick in certain places, and it can be extremely penalising if you find yourself in it. We're constantly reviewing these areas, and if you have any feedback, I encourage you to get in touch with the CDG, the management, and let them know your thoughts. I'll just leave you with a list of areas that have been tweaked. Please hit pause if you want to review these closely. I'll just leave them on the screen for a couple of seconds now. It's been difficult to keep green speeds high so far this year due to the amount of rainfall we've had. I've been taking a look and comparing some of the data from this year to last, and it's no wonder conditions are a little bit softer. In terms of evapotranspiration, this year we are losing around 1 to 2 mil of moisture a day, whereas last year it was more like 5 to 6 mil. So that's a big difference from this year to last, so the ground conditions will stay a little bit softer until those temperatures warm up. We're obviously receiving a lot more rainfall as well, but we've continued with our regular practices like spiking, dressing and verticutting, and with growth being so strong we've not been able to take a day off from cutting yet. Our roller is currently out of action whilst we wait for parts, but for now we've resurrected some old John Deere vibrating roller units which do just enough to improve green speeds. These roller units will put on around 1/2 foot in comparison to our current roller, which can put anywhere between 1 to 2 feet on depending on conditions. We've been carrying out daily stimps so we can track where we're at, and so that we never fall below a certain threshold when it comes to performance markers. I've never seen this much grass growth in all my time at the Common. We're spending the majority of our time out on the mowers, And as Sean mentioned earlier, we're having to tractor blow a lot of the clippings out on the course to make it nice and clear for you when you play. I carried out a few brushes on the fairways prior to mowing, and we've got great coverage out on most of the fairways now, so those areas have recovered really well. The walkways that we discussed a while back have now grown in really well, so we now cut them at fairway height at 16mm, and they're definitely a nice extra feature out on the course. And we've made some time for some of the smaller jobs out on the course, like weed killing, hedge cutting and strimming around trees, benches and posts. And the guys have also got stuck into some bunker work towards the end of the week. This involves strimming off the face, getting a nice clean crisp edge, following up with the blower, then removing any weeds, any stones, and then finally finishing off with a nice re-levelling with the rake. So we use an Australian style of rake here at the Common. That means smooth faces, so when the ball hits that face, the ball will then roll back down into the nice fluffy centre that Ryan's creating with the spring rake. The club has looked after us greenies by redecorating our maintenance facilities. Great work by John, giving it a fresh white look. We've got some new tables as well, but we've made sure not to make the chairs too comfortable so the guys don't stay in there for too long. And finally, to finish with, we've got some visitors in the pond. Some moorhen chicks are getting some great use out of Alan Craig's duck house he built during the first lockdown. Also got some tadpoles in the pond, and I've also seen lots of muntjac deers in the early mornings. It's really great to see the wildlife flourishing out and around on the course. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll leave you with a meet the staff member.
Rob Leonard. It's actually coming up to 9 years. So I'm head pro here at Harpland Common. We created the Tour Shed a couple of years ago, and so we've got two brands, Harpland Common and the Tour Shed. Three people I'd like to play with: Tiger Woods, definitely, John Daly for a bit of a laugh, and let's go with Sergio Garcia. Lovely. Favourite way to spend the day off? I like walking the dogs out in the countryside. It's got to be the 18th hole at Harpland Common. Fantastic. Finishing over with the balcony, ready for a nice cold drink afterwards. Least favourite hole, I'd love to be able to make the 7th, clear out all that stuff and get people to go for the green, but it's never going to happen because there's a path there. Tiger Woods and probably his ex-wife and one of his mistresses make it interesting. Well, I'm going to start playing again, so I'd like to say I'll be warming up for the seniors tour, but I'm a few years away from that in 5 years. Well, do you know what? The members have been really supportive. You know, we are a small business at the end of the day, doing retail and lessons, and everyone supported us fantastically after lockdown. And I'd like to say thank you all to all the members that have supported us. And if you're looking to buy any equipment or have some lessons, give us a chance first of all, because we price match anything. Thanks very much.